in my circle, you can't fit. Don't too many, be on some anti. I told her pull up, she asked me do I. Right now I'm fresh as hell, somebody take a flip. Pretty, back to back to back. Gang, back to back to back. Trailing me, back to back to back. Back to 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 back like Rose and Matt Black, my Rover, cha-cha, gon' show you, cha-cha, gon' back to back like Rose and Matt Black, my Rover, cha-cha, gon' show you, cha-cha, gon' they gon' heat me up, I've been trying to keep it cool, D-Lil, they tried to stop it, too late, my finger was already on it, call me Shovel Man, she like the way I pull up and I, the 100 times they ask, I be like, I ain't never, all that beating around the bush, homie, said with your chest, got a lot of dog, on me, know you probably smell it, vroom, vroom, like my name, Jody, pull up in the vet, go and check the news, bro, they heard somebody stress, in your feelings by the, better get a grill, tired of getting taxed, for that, take a trip, I got right here for show up, so make everybody dip, went to visit granny, she said, what's that poking out your hip, I told bro to walk behind so he can catch me if I slip, she begging me to take a sip, first she drove the boat, then she like a ship, first you load it up, then you empty out the I'm not no button, I'm no wrinkled clothes, it ain't no pressing me. I got on Vinci, LV no night, but I got that check on me. If I swing this from left to right, gon' have to check on your on me. Lil' Brun, I'm known for stopping cars, but they be on go for me. You can get a glimpse when I'm out, it's bad luck. I just put 10 mil in the pen, it made me feel better. I'm passing out deep, I'm cold with the my little young ran an M on the road, he a scammer. Dripping money, clear, splash, I'm covered in bells. I'm clever, vendettas, raw, whatever. I'm a rebel, but better. If I go federal. I pour up, I don't measure. I soon I met her. I leveled up, my bread up. I'm fed up, it's pressure. It's gang, you can't hang. We slamming out whoever. I keep it on, get stuck on. It may say my jolly. Got 2 cribs in Alpharetta, they down the street from each other. I know the spot. My little one, he know the laptop. Shorty having Chris Vic, he a vampire. Camping right in front of your house and start up a campfire. I just did my numbers then from her, this one the landslide. Ain't gonna be no who this shit I'm spinning back to back.
See how many players you need to. Here are some recommendations to get you.
It was Friday, I met him up by the shell. He took me to the bank cause he sent me too much for sale. Keeping secrets, he know that I never tell. It's a bird, it's a plane, oh, it's coming in through the mail. I'm a lane switcher, shapeshifter, gold grill plane, so I could heal the pain quicker. 8-figure, just set way quicker. Maybe if I'ma go to date with ya.
I ripped it, all these on my two first no dribble. These always talking pillars, I was sing like scissor. Like youngest, I'm about my business. Yeah, they know what's up. Glizzock never gave up. All I know is go and get this damn bread. Don't go against the grain, they taking off your damn head. I'm running up this door, I almost broke my damn leg. Hey, I heard broke, they damn near dead. Damn little mama better, but they diamonds on me fight, neck and wrist, I can Tina. Orange Richard Mill on me dancing just like Bia. Going against Glizzock, I wouldn't wanna be a.
I'm a lane switcher, shapeshifter, gold grill plane, so I could heal the pain quicker. 8-figure, just set way quicker. Maybe if I'ma go to date with ya.
all anybody's ever said about me. And yeah, I like to cut loose, too. You might think I chose this way of living now, but it chose me. You can hear me coming with a 6-2 humming, Guns N' Roses bumping through a 12-inch floor. I don't need me nothing but a spot out in the country. I smile when they say that I ain't me anymore. Ain't a thing changed round here but the money. You try to mix it up, but let me tell you something. Same in my Dixie, same rowdy bunch with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still try to get them 40 stuck. So line him up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'm anything but new to country. Without a doubt, I've been around. Yeah, everybody knows my name when I show up now. And I've been from New York to LA and every place in between, but they don't do it like we do it in my hometown. Ain't a thing changed round here but the money. You try to mix it up, but let me tell you something. Same in my Dixie, same rowdy bunch with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still try to get them 40 stuck. So line him up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'm anything but new to country.
Some players' development traits are hidden to unlock their potential.
The earth starts to rumble. World powers fall. Roaring for the heavens. A peaceful man stands tall. Tall. Just like the Piper, let rest through the streets. You dance like marionettes, swaying through the symphony. Just like the Piper, let rest through the streets. You dance like marionettes, swaying through the symphony. Swaying through the symphony of destruction.
Just come outside for the night. Take your time, get your light. Shut it down. The career's more at stake when you win your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a peace of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now. But I can boot you either pink or brown. I'm the one that introduced you to the you right now. Oh my God, that's babe. Well, alright, tryna fight in the night. Come alive, ain't it sneak? Ain't it?
Try to come on back, if I be your ties, hold up. 100 round, feeling like I'm on team, playing both sides of you. Shot out on your friends. I've been going crazy, shot, I've been hitting deep in. She not in the scene, she tryna go. I just been icing out. I just been dripping out. This whole nother level shot. I got it on their toes. I put the on the road. She tryna on the hold up. I got this me. She tryna show me some. I got flows for days. Ain't on nothing. Me and my bro like me. You know we on one. We in the spot going crazy until the sun up. You worried about that? I chose up. All in the kitchen can't get it cold up. Nigga like they know it. Double O cat, this that we told us. Switch out the bed, get rolled up. Everything hit, everything.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss, it was only a
This is the ability. This player has a zone ability.
Your blades are sharpened with precision, flashing your favorite point of view. I know you're waiting in the distance, just like you always do, just like you always do. Already pulling me in, already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I let you open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.
Keep on lying to
like Dion in the limelight. Showdown, trying to blow it down, get my mind right. Oh, hey, what you know? Ain't crashing out, but my pedal is to the floor. Whether in the clouds or down below, all I wanna do is hear you get loud. So get loud. So get loud. So get loud. I take the first, you keep it coming. We know a lot about turning nothing to something. We doing big things, ain't never bluffing. Top of the world, ain't no doubt in mine, it's about time. Whoa. Hey, what you know? Ain't crashing out, but my pedal is to the floor. Whether in the clouds or down below, all I wanna do is hear you get loud. So 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 get loud.
You ain't never been in skate town. On no national, you know it go down.
Kilo Ali flow. Look, from the east side on a Friday night, met a bunch of at the Golden Glide. The lows and highs, me and all the bros in the stolen ride like, man, they outside, so I'm staying inside. Show you and I vibe, take a few like Tupac. I seen a bunch of mean guys in a band and a tie, throwing up the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. I ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably be the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs, gripping on it like I'm picking the prize. They hit the crib where the collide, but really ain't tripping. We can kick it and ride through the yeah. Pull up the morning, bro. What's happening? Oh, outside,
From the zone 4, Campbell Road. Got cash to blow, hollering at the green 90s foreign. Got me using my 90s, alright. She was choosing in the parking lot. I was looking too, keep my number locked. I'm on the couch at your mama house. Ride around, bubble loud with the window down. Some of y'all done lost y'all mind. Baby, let me see you pop that spine. I can see from the front and I knew at once I was gonna have to walk back by. From the spots, but I be on Old Neck. But I pull up on my cousin on Rainbow Drive. Whip clean, let the paint don't dry. Where you from? Claim your sorry.
What's happening? Southside, Clayco, you know what's up. Oh, damn, I don't even come on. Hit Catcade on the Sundays, say a parking lot prayer, no. I just wanna kick back, relax, shout it in the Monday. How about the seat, slide, it's nice to meet you, green eyes. Let's take a lap by, bring you right back to your friends before they start tripping. As I see the from the glide with the golden teeth. I don't even know if they notice me, they don't even know that we way too deep. I'm from the west, and they from the east, and all white tees, looking like sheep. I don't even wanna go sneak. We throwing up fours and ones and threes, and talking about what's happening? Hey, we just pulled up the border, bro, where you at? Southside, Clayco, throw that.
You ain't never been to skate town. On no national, you know it go down. You ain't never been to Cascade. On the west side, up in Arcade. You ain't never been to Golden Glide. It's in the day. You ain't never been to Sparkles, gliding with your babe. I ain't never been to Skate Zone, cause it's out in Marlboro. I'ma pack a carload. I'ma take the grams and meet tomorrow.
Bring it, yeah.
coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. On the visiting sideline, Zach Taylor. His Bengals have missed the playoffs in each of the last two seasons. On the other side, Kevin Stefanski, the head coach of the Browns since 2020. So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here come the Bengals. And Greg, there is no denying the talent of this man. Joe Burrow led the league in passing yards and touchdowns a season ago.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside him.
And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Finding room at midfield. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. That one good for 29. Set to go now on first and 10. Play action now. It's Burrow. Throw to the right side. It is caught. The flag is down. It's a gain of a yard. But let's check the call. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll look underneath here for Brown.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for. Get the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch. So this time they're trying to use the run game to attack the boundary side of the field, and the defense is really fast in their pursuit. Really nice effort there from the backside, and they're able to bring him down this time for a loss.
He'll try and get there on the ground. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a first down. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. Burrow now. That's caught. Gesicki on the right. We'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's second and 6. Back to throw. Burrow. His left side is made by Higgins. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. Burrow, little shovel ahead to the receiver. And looked like he might have had a lane, but the defense closed quickly. He did not get in. Second down. Brown is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the veterans still going. Former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023, it's Joe Flacco.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves. New season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. It's caught. That's Deontay Johnson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
And the Browns first down.
To throw is Flacco. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Cedric Tillman was the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Here's Flacco. He's got his tight end down the field. That's the Njoku. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on that while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
It is 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Throwing, Flacco. It's a short throw, caught by the Njoku. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. 4th down, Dustin Hopkins now for the Browns field goal. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Browns are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Charlie Jones now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So, Greg, out comes the Bengals. Interesting year last year. I think folks thought they would be a Super Bowl contender. Really rough start. They had to win the last 5 just to finish over 500 at 9-8. But they do have a guy who feel like can take them all the way in Joe Burrow.
Yeah, and I don't think any of the concern coming into the season surrounds this Cincinnati offense, Mike. I think all the concern is, can they play competitive enough defense that every game, every drive, every score is on the shoulders of Joe Burrow and this really talented offense. So they bring in Al Golden, they have a new defensive coordinator. Can he just make them average? I think average defense with this offense can get back into the picture of Super Bowl contender. But if every play and every game is going to be a shootout and Joe Burrow needs to play Superman every single game of the year, I just think it's a lot to ask, even for a quarterback of his level.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard. Burrow here on 2nd down. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. They'll get maybe 3 out of this one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. the gun here on third down. And he'll be stopped short of a first down. That will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. He'll give his guys a little bit more room to work with as he's able to get forward out beyond the 10-yard line. So on come the Browns, and the question is, what's next? Is this a Browns franchise that was close, 11-6 in the wild card a couple of years ago? Or is it closer to last year, Greg, 3-14, where they went 8 games worse in the standings than the year before?
And listen, this is a very simple one. For a very complicated situation, Mike, we all understand the outcome. Can they figure out the quarterback position? They make the big trade, they swing for the fences, bringing in Deshaun Watson. Clearly that hasn't worked out for a lot of reasons. And now here they are. They've got 2 young rookies. Who's going to take the control of the offense? Can Kevin Stefanski continue to work wonders with multiple quarterbacks behind center like he did, you mentioned, 2 years ago on that wild card break? So if they can't figure out quarterback, Mike, I'm just not sure how good you can make the rest of the roster to compete, let alone compete in a really good AFC.
And it'll be forced out of bounds just a couple of yards short of the first down. That's a pickup of 8. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and a yard. They'll run once more with 4. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough with the change. First down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs. You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. Here's first and 10.
Cleveland Browns.
Flacco to throw. That's made right side. It's Johnson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second and 4.
They give it, and it's 4. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
That's good for a Browns. First down.
A give to Ford on the zone read. And he will get into the end zone. For row 4. Touchdown, Browns.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Browns are on top. It's now 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. It's Bengals football here to begin the second quarter as they are set to start the drive with first and 10.
12. Here we go.
Now, Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
Now second down throw for Burrow. He'll find Andre Yosibas. He's to the 15. And he will score! Andre Yosibov. Touchdown, Bengals. On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it, and the Bengals are on top. It's 14-10.
Bengals 14, Browns 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. DeAndre Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense and Jerome Ford getting set to take over once more. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
Yeah, and you talk about divisions having identities, they have their culture. Really at the top, Baltimore and Pittsburgh kind of want to play a similar style game, strong on defense, great run game. Obviously, Baltimore adds the extra element with Lamar Jackson. To me, the fascinating team, though, is what kind of jump can we expect, Mike, from the Cincinnati Bengals?
I agree with you, because if you think about the toughness and the physicality, Cincinnati can put up points in an electrifying fashion. And even one year Cleveland was up near the top of the division, they did that as well. But it comes back to the defensive side of the ball. And when I look at these teams, Greg, I just think, man, these are defenses that can stop anybody in the league. And that's where you've got to invest in this division.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so fascinating about Cincinnati is they're kind of the outlier. They're the pass-heavy. They're the spread attack. They've got unbelievable weapons on the outside. Obviously, Joe Burrow, quarterback. But it was the defense, and you said it, their inability to be as good on the defensive side of the ball as Baltimore, as Pittsburgh, traditionally, but especially last year, is really what allowed them to be the odd man looking in when they missed the playoffs. So I think if Cincinnati can just improve a little bit on defense, they have the offense to now enter and make it a three-man race in the AFC North.
The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number one. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And he'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. They'll come up here first and 10. Now Flacco. That'll be caught. It's Jerome Ford. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up second down.
Here's Flacco to throw. On throw, right side, taken by Njoku. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break.
First and 10 at the 26.
Flacco. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. Flacco going to hustle him to the line.
Jerry Judy. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 20.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns are back within a point. It's 14-13. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. A return now from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day. The debut of our new halftime show. Buckle up, everyone. I think you're going to like it. Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the AFC West. And it's a guy who missed most of the run to the Super Bowl last year, Rashee Rice. Make it a 70-yard touchdown grab. The Chiefs begin their search for a 4th straight Super Bowl appearance. They get the victory in Week 1. From there, why don't we go to South Philly, look in on the Eagles as they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And this is Devontae Smith. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Eagles begin their title defense with a victory in the season opener. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy, the New Orleans Saints hosting the Arizona Cardinals. And it's James Conner. He's going to bull his way in from a couple yards away. This one's all tied at 14 at the half. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. In the game you're watching, not much to separate these two sides through 2 quarters, a 1-point game at the half. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role. Who's going to walk away with a W? Carter on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Browns offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember,
and he will go all the way. Burrow, 4. Touchdown, Cleveland. That's his 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short because they're going to stay out and go for 2. They're going to try to run it in. And he gets in for the 2-point conversion. And the lead bumps up to 7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Bengals offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement. What caught your eye?
There's so many good ones. We're talking about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams. But I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Devontae Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Devontae Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
That's complete. It's Yoshiva. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for a 1st and 10. Here we go. Man in motion, heading right. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 46-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals will cut the lead down to 4. The kickoff team is out of the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Carter on the return. Get across the 20, mark them at 22-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument that they're a playoff team. Joe Burrow is the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
What's your flipping over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were a high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw all last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Burrow now. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
Burrow to throw. Pass caught. Gesicki on the right. And he's going to be out of bounds. Well short of what he needed. And the punt team will come on for 4th down. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Browns offense and Jerome Ford getting set to take over once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He doesn't from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Again, it's 4. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Third down, 3 to go. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. Trying to bounce that one outside, but only to be able to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
Third and short, and you come up with a big stop, taking the ball carrier down for a loss. Now you put yourselves in a position to hopefully get the ball back and give your offense a chance to go down there and take the lead.
He's going to pick up the Browns' first down. They'll have it out wide. It turns out to be a big gain on fourth down.
That's good. 4.
Gun, they'll give it, and it's 4. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Brings up second down.
On the handoff, 4. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
We'll try and run for the first down. It's 4. A gain of 16, good enough for a first down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a first down. 1st and 10, here comes 4. Just refusing to go down and runs up with a gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now get to Sampson running right. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
We'll try and run for the first with Judkins.
And defensively, these are the opportunities, Mike, at this stage in the game you just can't miss. It's a close game. Fourth quarter, you find yourself trailing. You've got to be able to come up in that spot and force a stop.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Aaron Fannin. Touchdown, Browns. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense will get set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now Burrow gonna do this himself. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
He'll air one out for Higgins. This one broken up. It's incomplete. With John separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. Throwing is Burrow. That's going to be caught.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle them short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
To throw is Flacco. Quickly to the outside and complete. He's going to have a first down and forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
9 yards. That's good. 4A.
On the ground, this is 4. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. On 3rd down, here's 4. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Browns will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down.
On 1st down, Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosibas. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, that's scored twice. It's 1st and 10. Burrow. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Cincinnati.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. This one caught by Chase. Here's 2nd down and 3.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down. At the Browns.
Back to throw, Burrow. That one finds Chase. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
1st down, Bengals.
He'll get up and clock it, and does it with just a little over 40 seconds to play. Here comes 2nd down. Burrow. That is caught. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the 1st down. Here we go. Play action now. It's Burrow. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals are back within 6. A 1-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. And he'll for the defense. That should do it. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. There's a give up the middle for Sampson. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. He'll stay on the ground with Sampson. Has some room inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down. So it's a win for the Browns. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dog Pound's happy. It's a win for the Browns as we say farewell from Cleveland.
Queen left on the free. He probably thought they wanted me. Shawty seen everything, and you know she got him beat. Cause her side ain't in the streets. She ain't the one to play with you. Her DMs, they be sliding like base hitters. Them other fellas, they be seeing her work. You say you want an angel, then give her heaven on earth.
Football is back. I'm Scott Hansen, and this is the new EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 1 of the 2025 regular season. Plenty to get you caught up on. We start in Cleveland. The Browns at home to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And this is Jerome Ford looking like a Mustang on this one. Next up, Lambeau Field. Let's look in on the Packers. They're hosting the Detroit Lions. And this is Jordan Love. He's going to survey the field and find Tucker Kraft. 16 yards on the touchdown pass. The Packers wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. Got one more to show you right now. Let's go to Foxborough. It's the Patriots taking on the Raiders. And it's Antonio Gibson. All he needs is a crease, and he finds it. That's a 7-yard rushing touchdown. The Pats begin the Mike Vrabel era with a victory. That's a wrap. Until next time, I'm Scott Hansen. Good night from all of us at EA Sports.